Okay, hello everybody, Ian here with 1 minute,
Microphone muted.
the start of Pokemon month. And what this is, if you couldn't tell from, excuse me, from the whatever, we'll have mono. If you couldn't tell from the description what Pokemon is basically I'm going to be playing through the emulatable Pokemon series. Hopefully through the month of December. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. 1 minute again.
Sound muted.
So I am going to call myself. Might as well just call myself Ian. It's my name. So what I'm going to be doing, as I said, is I'm going to be playing through all the emulatable Pokemon games. And the reason this came about was actually while I was playing. You can be Gary. While I was playing Omega Ruby and finishing it off, great game by the way. I suddenly thought, maybe I should just stream all the Pokemon games one after the other and just play through the generations. So that's what I decided to do in the end. So I'm going to be playing the special one from each of the generations. So I'm going to start with Yellow, then I'm going to move on to Crystal, Emerald, Leaf Green. I am including that. Then Platinum, and then White and White 2. And that's where I'm going to stop because obviously there's no 3DS emulation. I'm not going to be including the. I'm not going to be including Heart Gold or Soul Silver, basically because they're just. Well, I suppose I probably should. My reasoning was going to be because technically they're just the same game as Gold and Silver, but they're just sort of redone. But then the same argument can be applied to Fire Red and Leaf Green, so that argument really doesn't fly. If you could just excuse me for a second. There we go. So yeah, we are starting off with Generation 1, Pokemon Yellow. I was going to do Red, but a friend of mine pointed out that I should probably just do all the special ones if I'm doing it like this, so that's what I decided to do. The background, you'll probably notice it's changing colours. There is a design, but it's hidden by the game. It's hidden by the game window, so you won't see it, which is unfortunate, but there we go. Whoops. So I get the Pikachu. No, I don't. Motherfucking Gary Oak takes the Pokemon there. And I will have a cup of tea. Quintessentially British, of course. So I received the Pikachu and Gary was a dickhead and took the Pokemon that was... No, I don't want to give a nickname to the Pikachu. Gary took the Pokemon, I'm left with the Pikachu. So Yellow was made to sort of more closely mirror the anime. Because if you've played Red and Blue, you'll notice that the sprites look nothing like the anime counterparts. Some of them look downright derpy. Ha! Eevee got paralysed. So obviously this was made to mirror the anime, as I said. So you'll notice that the sprites for the Pokemon look a lot more like they do in the anime. For example, Eevee actually looks like an Eevee rather than looking however it did. Oh, holy shit! In the original game. I don't remember how it looked in Pokemon Red, but there we go. Yeah, you did, Gary. So, thus begins our never-ending rivalry against Gary Oak. So yeah, you can talk to Pikachu and see how he feels about you. At the moment, he is just... he doesn't like us at the moment. This is the first game that did this, obviously. And it was introduced later on again in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I think those were the only other games to include it. So as usual, withdraw the one potion that you get at the beginning of the game, and now we can actually make some progress. Yeah, there we go, take a rest. So obviously, we're going to be at a disadvantage for the first gym, because Brock uses rock types, and obviously Pikachu and electricity does not affect rock types at all. So we need to catch ourselves a Pokemon that is capable of damaging it, and usually what I go for is a Nidoran male, because it can learn Double Kick, and fighting is super effective against rock, as you probably know. So that's going to be the first port of call, after we've sort of done the beginning stuff with our Pokédex, which means that the majority of the beginning of this is going to be a lot of grinding levels. I apologise, but that's just the way Pokemon is a lot of the time. It's just level grinding. So apologies, but that's what's going to be happening for the vast majority of this. Because I'm going to be trying to play this in the way I've been playing recently and in recent years, which is to level all my Pokemon equally rather than having one which is like way further ahead than the rest, because that's how I used to play this game. And while it works, it's not always the best thing to do. So I'm going to try and keep my Pokemon as equally leveled as I can. If that means doing some off-screen grinding, I'll do that, because I appreciate that level grinding isn't the most fun thing to watch. But I hope you'll at least get some enjoyment out of this little thing that I'm going to be doing. Somehow I am not logged into my own channel on Twitch, which is interesting. Whatever though. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? Okay, so I am unsure at the moment if I'm gonna go and try and catch the legendary birds in this game. I might do, but I'm not sure. Excuse me. That's something that needs to be decided like way later on though. There's no point. There's not a whole load of point focusing solely on that at the moment, because we are only in the beginning moments of the game. One second, I'm just gonna try. I am just going to check what's going on with Twitch, because for some reason I am not logged into my own channel, even though I am indeed logged into Twitch. But that's okay. We'll digest. I mean digress. Dun, 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 dun. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. So we have our Pokédex. Oh no, we've got a badass over here. He's gonna tell his sister not to loan us a town map. Watch out, everyone. Gary Oak's here to make our life a living hell. That's interesting. I think they changed the dialogue there because I'm pretty sure in Red and Blue, and maybe Green, although I haven't played Green because it's Japanese only, obviously. I'm pretty sure in Red and Blue, she said, Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Gee, that's lazy of him. But now she's just like, Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this should help. Well, just gonna check. So I am indeed in my own channel. Twitch is just messing up, that's okay. It's fine, we have tea and Pokemon. We have tea and Pokemon, we can get through this. So I suppose I should say why I haven't really been streaming. I just kind of got bored of doing it for a while. After Metroid Prime 1, I only did like 2 episodes of Metroid Prime 2, and then stopped, and then obviously November ended, so Metroid month went out of the window. And it's taken me until like halfway through December to decide to do this month thing for Pokemon, but hopefully the Pokemon thing should go quicker because the games are fairly short, depending on how you play them, obviously. So yeah, that's the real reason. I kind of got burned out of streaming like day after day. Plus the fact I started playing Final Fantasy XIV again. That really kind of did me in. The emulator kind of stood there. I don't know if you noticed that. It went da-na-na-na. Excuse me. Actually, shouldn't the... Hold on, I think we need to go back to palette. See what Pikachu thinks of us. Indifferent? I don't really know what that face really means. I guess he's warming to us. I don't know. Now all we need is for a flock of Spearow to attack us. Okay, so the reason I'm going back here is because I think one of these Professor Oak's aids is meant to give us Pokeballs, but I may be wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. My bad. I know they do in later games. I was probably thinking of the later games rather than the original trilogy. I am playing on emulator, by the way, but I'm not going to use the speed up function, just because it'd be kind of ridiculous. I used to speed through fights when I was doing Let's Plays of Pokemon games, but then it started desyncing the video. Not that it would desync the video for this particular game, like while streaming. I don't know what it would do with that, but I don't want to take the chance. Damn Pidgey using Sand Attack. I swear they use Sand Attack on purpose when they know they're not going to win. They've got to be programmed that way. There's no way they aren't. Okay, so let's go to the Pokemart. Yeah, why not? So, he tells us about Caterpie and Metapod. Caterpie and Weedle, sorry. Okay, so we are going to buy... 5 Pokeballs, 4 potions, and 4 antidotes, just in case. Generally don't need paralyze heals at this point. There's nothing really that can paralyze us, I don't think. But in Viridian Forest, obviously there are... let me get my teeth in my mouth. There's Weedle and stuff which can poison you, so... gotta be prepared. I do want to catch a Pidgey. I need a flying type. And now we're getting to learn how to catch Pokemon as if we didn't know already. But I suppose back when you were a young child, you wouldn't know. Ha! Yeah, screw you, old man. Failure. If we go, I'll just show here. If we go to the left here, if we keep on going, we'll have to fight Gary Oak again. But I think he's a higher level than we are at the moment, so I'm not going to do it yet. I'm not 100% sure on that, because I usually don't go that way straight away. But we'll come back to there later, because we have to anyway. I'm going to try and get a Pidgey here. Of course I get a Rattata. And you're paralysed. Now the reason I'm getting the Pidgey is because of Erica, the grass type leader, because obviously flying is one of the many things that grass is weak to, including poison and fire. So, okay, I don't trust Pikachu's probably gonna wipe this. No? Okay, good. Now if it's a critical, then we would have had a problem. Alright, Pidgey was caught. Far in. No, I don't want to give him a nickname. So I'm going to go back to Pokemon Center, obviously, to heal Pidgey. Holy crap. 1 second, guys. I just need to check if... Oops. I just need to check if this particular Pokemon can learn Double Kick. I don't think the female ones can, but you can never be too sure. Nidoran... Female. Yellow. Is that yellow? Hell yeah, Double Kick. It learns Double Kick at level 12. Booyah. I'm catching me a Nidoran female then. So there we go. I was on about needing to get a Nidoran. Please don't kill it. I'm gonna throw a Pokeball because I don't trust myself to not take it down in my head. Yay! So now I have 2 Pokemon that I actually need. This is great. I just need to get them all to level 12 now. Well, mainly Nidoran female, but never hurts to have all your Pokemon level same level as I was saying earlier. So about 20 minutes into the game, well, 20 minutes into the stream, I've already got the Pokemon I need. which is great. This is great for me. They hope to see us again. The morbid truth about Pokemon. They wish you would end up at hospital more often. I'm just making that up. I'm honest. Okay, so now we're actually going to go to Viridian Forest. Because I need to level my Pidgey up a bit, and there's nothing but Weedles and stuff in there, so it's going to be an excellent place to do so. Now, in Red and Blue, there was an off chance you could get a Pikachu in this area. It's very off, like it's a really low chance that you'd get it, but it's great if you want a Pikachu, like if you need an electric type. Critical hit! Now if I wanted a Butterfree, I'd catch the Metapod, but at the moment I don't. I suppose maybe I should catch one. I'll keep that in mind, thank you very much, random NPC. Yeah, I might as well catch a Metapod, just for using them, just to get a Pidgey, really. I'll send it out as the first thing in the fight against Brock so it can get some experience. Oh, the animations for these older games are so good. Cheeky little beggar. Cheeky beggar broke out the Pokeball. What is going on there? What? This is crazy. Last Pokeball. That's you are seeing this, right? Wow. Okay then. No Metapod for me. Jesus. God, it's only level 4. The Pidgey I caught was a higher level than that. Send out Caterpie. Ain't gonna do you no good, son. Haha. It's actually good that I'm a level lower because it means I'll get more experience when I take it out. Unless of course it decides to use a ridiculously strong move or gets a critical. Gen 1 is known for its flaws. Including the fact that if you use a move, say like one of those moves that can attack between 1 and 5 times, if one of those moves criticals, they're all going to critical. Every single time it'll critical. I'm also pretty sure, I think it's Razor Leaf will always critical hit, at least in red and blue. Gen 1 was ridiculously broken when you actually break it down, in terms of stuff not working how it's meant to work, but I think that's part of its charm. Okay, Pidgey's level 8. Nice. we should probably level Nidoran now. No. 9998, that's interesting. Okay, we'll switch Nidoran for Pidgey. Yo, you can't jam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. What? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I needed to do it, but didn't really. I'm just gonna move tackle to the top here. Look at the damage I'm doing to this Pokemon, guys. It's going down in one hit, I can tell. Okay, maybe it's not. It's gonna take many hits to take down. It's not even, I'm gonna have to switch it for Pidgey because it's not gonna be doing enough damage in the end. Use Harden, it's just gonna... It's only prolonging your death, Metapod, so keep using Harden. Keep using Harden, Met. I really like the battle music in this game. Which is not to say I don't like the music in the other games, as I do, but there's just something... It's nostalgia, basically, that makes people like Genuine. It makes me like Genuine. Here we go. It's a war of attrition. No, actually, a war of attrition would be two Metapods fighting each other and both of them only using Harden. Which coincidentally happened in the anime. That's hilarious. I'd completely forgotten about that. I mean, talk about your battle for the ages. Metapod versus Metapod, both of them using Harden. No, I won't switch Pokemon. It's only a Metapod. I've probably got enough tackle usage to take it out. I say probably because I'm not entirely sure, but I probably do. Although I am most likely going to have to go back to the Viridian Pokemon Center after this fight. Excuse me. It would be a bit of a piss take if Cerebi had lied to me and Nidoran female does not learn double kick at level 12, but I trust Cerebi. So hopefully when level 12 arrives I'll learn double kick and I'll be able to take Rock down. Hell yeah, learn Scratch. I'll just explain now. The way I play Pokemon these days is that I always play to the type disadvantage of the gym leader. So for Misty, I'll be using Pikachu to take her down easier. For Brock, obviously, I'm going to use Double Kick. Erica, I'm going to use Pidgey, Pidgey's evolved form when it gets there, etc. The only one I won't have anything effective against is Sabrina, because obviously Dark type doesn't exist in this game. Although, if I can get a Pokemon that knows a Ghost type move, that will help, because Ghost is super effective against Psychic. Or Bug, actually. A Beedrill would come in handy. A Beedrill would be handy. actually. If I can find a Kakuna, I'm gonna get some more Pokeballs. If I can find a Kakuna, then I'll have like no money now. That's okay though. It's okay. The game, she is still young. Pikachu's gonna have to level up a fair bit before Misty, but that's quite a ways away from now. Still got to go through Mount Moon, the joys of Mount Moon, and there's 7 billion Zubat that inhabit it. Yeah, I found a potion. Dun, 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 dun. It's a Metapod. Which Pokemon is not just Pikachu? Pika! Go away, Metapod. I don't want one of you anymore. I want a Kakuna. No, I don't. I want a Metapod as well. Or instead. Oh, cool. Fine. Apparently I'm not getting a Metapod ever. Screw you, Metapod. I wonder why it's not catching. So I'll run from that while I switch. We'll see about that. Bug catcher. See, this was before the days of the trainers having names. So it was just like a bug catcher wants to fight, bird trainer wants to fight. Only the gym leaders had names. The gym leaders in the Elite Four, obviously. Yay, Pikachu's level 8. Yes, I do want to change. I need a run female. Oh, I have Scratch now. I don't know why I'm not using that. Although it's doing barely more damage than Tackle, but that's probably due to Harden more than anything. After all you did, it didn't matter. And Metapod is cool because its attack is its defense. While that is true, it doesn't make Metapod cool. Or at least it shouldn't be the only basis by which you measure a tentacle. I nearly said tentacle there. It shouldn't be the only basis by which you measure a Pokemon's coolness. I suppose he is a bug catcher, so he's gonna say something silly like that. Caterpie. Or if you don't know how to pronounce Pokemon names, Caterpie. Yeah, I was gonna say, I believe there is an item down here. Another potion, yay! Actually, I'm glad there was a potion then. Now this guy, when you first played the game, I believe it's this guy. Yeah, admit it, this guy came as a bit of a shock. Because you just playing Pokemon, you know, you might be level 6, 7 at a time, you know, if you're taking it very slowly. And you come up against this guy and he's level 10 Caterpie. And you're just like, what? Level 10? Also, isn't it nice how the low health sound overwrites the channel that the Pokemon's move sound plays on? There's no potion. Pikachu recovered by 20, yay! So yeah, just a little bit of information about well, at least my first time playing. I certainly got caught out by that guy. I wasn't expecting him to have a level 10 Pokemon, and I will admit I struggled with him the first time I played this game. I am man enough to admit that. Excuse me. Excuse me again, bloody hell. Keep using Harden, it's something to help you. And of course I get no encounters at the end. That's okay though. Can be cut down by a special Pokemon move. Oh no! Let's see what Pikachu thinks of us. He's happy! Ah yes, Pewter City. So you see, the game, excuse me, the original Pokemon games, or at least the first 3, came out for the original Game Boy. So obviously there was no colour at the time, so you know everything would just look monochrome. But if you play it on a Game Boy Color, obviously it adds the colour in. So the different, what's the word I'm looking for? The different cities are the different colours. So Cerulean City is blue because Cerulean is a type of blue. What's the other one? Vermilion City is vermilion coloured because Vermilion is a type of red, and so on and so forth. Lavender is purple. It's pretty cool how they did that. I am going to level my Nidoran female up. So yeah, if you play it on the Game Boy Color or a Game Boy Advance, you'll notice that the different towns have are the different colours that they describe. So Pewter City is pewter coloured, which is grey. Cerulean is blue, as I said. Lavender is purple. Fuchsia is fuchsia, which is a type of pink, and so on and so forth. It's just cool. I thought so. I wonder how that's done actually. So obviously the Game Boy Color wasn't around at the time that the Pokemon games were released, so obviously they wouldn't have included the coding for it to find out what colour the city was or whatever, or what colour to display, so maybe it just does it by random. Who knows? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I want to check. 16 experience to level 10. Oh yeah, another reason why this generation is like ridiculously broken. So take I'm trying to think of okay, so take Gengar. He's a psychic / poison type Pokemon. So you'd think that, like, you know, using a ghost type move against him would be super effective, which in later games it would, but in Gen 1, the super effectivity, whatever you want to call it, only checks for Pokemon's second type. So using Ghost against Gengar would result in like a normal attack because it wouldn't be flagged as super effective, but using Psychic would be flagged as super effective because it would check his second type, which is Poison, if he has a second type in this game. I can't remember. So that's another reason why this game is ridiculously broken, because it checks for the second type rather than the first type when determining if a move is super effective. Obviously, I think if a Pokemon only has one type, then it will only check that, the first type, so then it would be flagged as super effective, but otherwise it's ridiculous. It's silly. Very silly. But that's what happens in this game. Also the fact that moves like Swift, which are said not to be able to miss, every move in this game has a very small chance of missing. I think it's like 1 in 512 or something. So it's ridiculously small, but it can miss. I might be off with that math, but it's something like that. It's some ridiculously small chance, but it can miss. There is a post somewhere, an image entitled "Things Wrong with Generation 1" or something, or the problem with Gen 1, and it lists just a crap ton of things that are wrong with Gen 1. A load of things. Hello. I'm gonna say Vijambo because I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that name, but hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to me training Pokemon and blabbing on endlessly about problems with Generation 1. Of course, then there's also the moves that miss a lot anyway, like friggin' Thunder, which... Come on, Nidoran, you can attack. You can do it, I believe. I still kind of believe. I am losing faith in you, Nidoran female. You can still maybe kind of attack. No. See, at least they were kind enough to put a limit as to how far a Pokemon's accuracy can drop, rather than just letting the Pokemon repeatedly spam Sand Attack, because that's what Pidgey does a lot, it spams Sand Attack. I'm just going to take a safety heal anyway. Hi Jumbo. Thank you for staying for like 2 minutes. I appreciate it. Okay, one more level for Rattata. Although I am going to have to remember to try and switch Pokemon in and out to level Pikachu and Pidgey up as well. Because I wouldn't usually just be training one Pokemon to get stronger. It's not the best way to train Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, it's a way that you can train Pokemon, it's just not the best way. Unless you want, unless you're one of those trainers who prefers to just have one Pokemon that's way more powerful than everything. Which, as I think I've said earlier on, is a perfectly valid... Oh look, Anita ran mail. It's a perfectly valid way of playing this game. Because you can play Pokemon however the hell you want. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that training your Pokemon equally is the only way to play this game, because it's not. Simple fact of the matter, it's not. You can have one Pokemon that's level 80 and the rest of your team can be like level 20. That's one way to play it. You can have a team composed entirely of Pokemon that you like. That's another way. You can do type advantages like I do. That's another way. If you really wanted to, you can do the Nuzlocke challenge, which is a thing you can do. That's another perfectly valid way of playing the game. Almost there, I think. The only one of the annoying things about Gen 1 is the fact that there's no experience bar along the bottom, so you can't tell how close you are to the next level. Just at a glance, that is. But we are getting there. Another way you can play this game if you really want to is you can EV train. That's another perfectly valid way of playing this game, although I don't really see the fun behind it, that's just me. So I'm going to assume we're a couple of fights away from leveling up now. Maybe even one. 2. Yeah. We're 2 fights away. One more fight should do it. And it's a PG. So, one way that you can search for Pokemon in this game, which is it's sort of a more reliable way of finding the more, I won't say rare, because that's not really what it is, but it's a way to find, yeah, double kick, sorry but you didn't lie. So if you do this, it's kind of hard to do on emulator, but if you just tap a direction so that you stay stationary, but you're moving like up, right, down, left constantly, but on one spot, that's a way which makes it easier, not a load easier, to get the slightly more difficult to obtain Pokemon in a patch of grass. It's similar to using something like a repel to keep the weaker Pokemon away and finding the stronger ones. I believe that's something you can do, I could be wrong. Okay, so nearly an hour into the stream and we are going to fight Brock. Well, we're not going to fight Brock just yet, we're going to go take the trainers out, but still. I am just going to... Pidgey's the one that needs slightly more. There is only one trainer in here, but still. some reason I didn't remember him having a Diglett. That's okay. I hope it doesn't use on. Oh no, it wouldn't know dig by now. Double kick. Go. Yeah. Look at that. Bringing him down to his knees. But Diglett doesn't have knees, but still, point stuns. Even though fighting isn't super effective against ground, it still does a reasonable amount of damage. Yes, I will switch Pidgey in again, briefly. Now that Sandshoe can be a bit of a pain in the ass as well, actually. That's another way you can level your Pokemon up as well, if you just keep switching them. The one that you want to level up. Okay, this isn't gonna work out very well. It's okay. Fight through the pain, Nidoran. Oh, you see that? You see how jammy that was? You see how jammy that was? 1 HP left. 1 HP. Nidoran had 1 HP left and I made it. Of course I completely planned that out. That was my plan the whole time, don't get me wrong. That was chummy. Okay, so we might have a bit of a problem here in that Brock should have. I think he just has an Onyx in this game because it's meant to mirror the anime, as I said earlier. So I think he just has an Onyx. I could be wrong. And if memory serves correct, that Onyx is level 14. Obviously. My highest level Pokemon is 12, so it's not going to be a easy fight, but it should still be doable because of playing to the type advantage. But we'll see what we'll see. Hi, Brock. Fine then, show me your best. And he's made to look like the anime Brock as well. Of course, all the gym leaders have had an overhaul. That's a decent amount of damage. Wrecked. Okay, another problem with Gen 1 is that if a move is super effective, like double kick, it will tell you after every strike. Which is a small peeve, I guess. I'm just gonna use tackle. Oh, Pikachu didn't level up from that. I am going to switch him back. Oh. Huh, I could have sworn Onyx was level 14. Huh. Shows how much I know. Got to bind. And I used tackle instead of double kick because I was expecting to get caught in bind again. Shame. Screw you, Onyx. Go on. Have it. So, that wasn't a total train wreck. Alright. Now I need to work even harder to get my Pokemon leveled up. Technique Flash can now be used at any time. And he also gives us Bide. I've never used Bide. Pikachu's very happy. So as he says, it absorbs damage and pays it back double, but I don't know exactly how it works because I've honestly never used it myself. I don't know how many turns of damage it takes before it pays the damage back. If someone could tell me, I'd appreciate it. So I'm gonna stick with Pikachu at the front, just to try and get him to level 13, because now, at the moment, I kind of need Pikachu to be higher than Pidgey, just because it'll make it easier. It'll make Misty easier, although her Starmie could still be a pain in the ass. Her Starmie is ridiculous. It should be level 21. I think is the level. Oh good, we're not under leveled for this area. That's nice to know. But yeah, Misty's Starmie is an absolute pain in the ass. There's a Pidgey again, eh? It will just wipe you out if you're not careful. Like, it doesn't give a fuck if you're if you're not even the same type. It will use Bubble Beam, I think, and Bubble Beam does a stupid amount of damage. It's ridiculous. Or maybe that's just my experience. I'm mean. Lady, let me tell you something. I wasn't the one that was staring at you, okay? I was just walking along my way, having a great time. You decided to challenge me, okay? Just get that straight. Now I have someone who remembers us. He met us in Virgin Forest. We're probably gonna kick his ass again. With his Cater Pie. Kappa. Now one leader we might have some trouble with is Lieutenant Surge, but I usually get a Diglett or a Dugtrio for that, so it should be okay. If not, I'll probably catch a Geodude or something in Mount Moon. Didn't paralyze me though. It didn't poison me though, did it? Just continue pushing our luck here. Nice. Pikachu recovered by 20. I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Oh, youngster Joey with your top percentage Rattata. Even though it doesn't say youngster Joey, we all know it's youngster Joey. We all know that's who it is. Quick attack! Hey, you're not meant to quick attack me. That's not fair. You're not meant to quick attack me twice. That's definitely not fair. Ha. That's what you get. Ekans. See, Ekans is a poison type. But I don't have anything to play to that disadvantage, so I'm just going to have to use Pidgey. Great rock. Ekanses. Enemy Ekanses. Oh, the grammar in this game. Enemy Ekanses. They could have just had Ekans with the apostrophe after, and that would have been better, rather than Ekanses. Just doesn't make much sense. Oh god, that was close. The enemy Ekans attack continues, not the enemy Ekanses. Ekanses. Oh, Gen 1. Oh, Gen 1. You so full of craziness. Let us continue forging a path towards Mount Moon. Actually lucky for the trainers that have a normal type, because we can use Nidoran female to take it out quickly if we want to. So normal is weak against fighting. At least it should be. Okay, Pikachu's level 12, one more level. Kakuna Matata. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I'll see myself out after the stream. See, Kakuna's another Pokemon that looks completely different in Red and Blue. Sprite-wise, that is. I think Pidgey's, at least Pidgey's sprite when you're looking at it, having caught one. You know, when you're fighting with one, looks the same from Red and Blue, but it's... I'm gonna have trouble explaining what I mean. Like, its sprite when you're looking at it, when you're fighting one, is different, but when you're using one, it's the same, I'm pretty sure. Caterpies is different, obviously. A lot of them are different. Diglets is definitely different. Yay, Pidgey. Okay. Pidgey is level 12. And it learned Quick Attack! Hurrah! And now it's only one level Pikachu and Pidgey are only one level behind Nidoran female now, which is good. It's good, because my Pokemon are staying close to each other in terms of levels. This is good, people. This is good. At least for me, it's good. Because, as I said, I like keeping my Pokemon close in terms of levels. It's just how I play this game. Quick attack! Boo! Boo! Shame on you, Rattata. A pox on your mailman. Was that male or female? Male. Gee, Ian, I don't know. Maybe look at your own Nidoran. That's going to be too close. Maybe look at your own Nidoran to find out what the sign means. Is that a male or a female? I will be right back, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. My mum came back and I wanted to make sure she didn't disturb me while I was streaming still. I also got freezing in the process because it's absolutely bloody cold over here in the UK. Absolutely freezing. Excuse me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Take these take these trainers down, and then I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center just before Mount Moon and save. And stop the stream there. For today, and it will. I'm sorry, it will pick back up on Monday, because I don't stream over weekends usually. Again, excuse me, I'm coughing. I'm clearing my throat like something chronic. Okay, I will fight your new Pokemon. She's I don't remember what it is. It's got to be. It's a Caterpie. Done like dinner. Now, of course, Pikachu doesn't evolve unless you use a Thunderstone, and I have no plans on making him evolve. I don't know what happens in Pokemon Yellow when you make him evolve. I don't know if he stops following you or not, or if you even can make him evolve. I'm not sure. So I'm basically just not going to do it because I don't know what happens. Okay, this could be bad. I'm going to switch off Pikachu and be smart about this. Be smart about this and play the advantage. That's the way you win at Pokemon. Mainly the being smart part. Feel sorry for him. He always wears shorts, even in winter. He must be freezing his Pokeballs off. Just give me a second, guys. I was just adding what I just said as a quote. A last one's to fight with Jigglypuff, eh? See, I could use neither and a female, because this I was disabled for like half a round, okay. No, not sing. No. Oh no. It's gonna pound me while I'm asleep. was another quote that I was adding. Come on, Pidgey, wake up. Well then, so much for Pidgey. He's not a trainer, never mind. Here's the Pokemon Center. This is where I'm going to save and stop the stream. Thank you very much for watching, those of you who joined, and I will see you on Monday when I am streaming this again.